Good evening, everybody.
Welcome to this week's Live and Unscripted. It's just me and Deb tonight. Can't get hold of anyone else, so I'll give up.
Yeah.
Give
it a good job.
Yeah. Any questions? Can you put it in capitals, please, so we can see it? Should be a little bit easier tonight because we've got a bit more of a plan on what we're doing.
Yep.
Hi, Rick. Hi, Rick. That's it. There's only Rick in.
Yeah. So people will be still gobbling the tea down, probably.
Yeah.
Nice to have you here, Rick, anyway.
Yes. You've not been on for a couple of weeks. I think last time I noticed you was on was when we did the
live investigation.
Yeah, when we one with Fiery Face.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name, man. Yeah. Bernie. We call him Bernie.
Bernie.
Weekend at Bernie's.
I love that film.
It is good.
Hi, Joe.
Here's Joe. Yeah. You've not missed anything. Really. Sorry. I keep looking behind me because I'm running two computers and trying to update something on the other one. So I'm not being
ignorant. That'll take 3 weeks.
Oh, I'm going to throw it out the window. It'll be quicker.
Yeah. So, working well.
No investigate. Cool. He's been watching the videos. Thank you.
No
investigation tonight. My car has been fixed.
Yes.
It's only been 2 weeks.
Wheels on the road again.
Yeah. So, depending, tomorrow night I might go out and do an investigation on my own and just video it and, excuse me, go from there. Right. Sorry, I'm just... Right, bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to change my... switch me account. Sorry about this.
You just do your technical stuff. Don't mind us.
Sorry. Right. No. There we go. Right, that's
We've got a mouse in the man cave.
What?
Apparently we've got a mouse in the man cave.
Yo, that's really weird you said that.
Why? Man cave. Oh, I like that. That's posh. Posher than one I made for Gaz.
Well, that was Poundland or something.
I love Poundland. I've got one now. Oh, look.
Looking slimmer. No, I've had a shave. That's all it is.
Yeah, you see his face now.
I've got me on. I have actually been cutting down on food. I'm not eating as much.
Neither have I, but I think that's my gallstone.
No. It's like tonight we had chippy. Just got a large portion of chips between us. Only about half of them. Just weren't hungry. Yeah. So thank you for that. Do we want to wait for more people, or should we just plow on?
Let's dive into the topic. The topic of the Mandela effect, yes.
So, tonight, I've already put it on, is the Mandela effect. Now, I didn't know this. I spoke to a few people like the last week or so. Not many people have heard of it.
I thought it was quite a popular thing.
Well, I did. There's a couple of my mates I spoke to, well, one today, a couple of people now, like family members and that, like, what's the Mandela effect? And I goes, it's when you die in prison, and then 15 years later you die again.
Yeah. People think you died in prison, and you didn't die in prison.
Jumping in on that straight away. Hi, Nelly. Okay.
Hi, Nelly.
I remember my best mate. I said this last week, but I'll reiterate it. Me with the big words on Friday.
I know, what's that about?
My mate Paul, best mate at school. It was it 95, 85 when he first died.
Yeah.
Right.
85,
I remember.
86.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I remember being at school and him dying in prison because I went to school the next day. And obviously, these jokes going about. Yeah.
Yeah.
As
usual.
Kids do. Yeah. So I remember it like it was yesterday. Then it was 2015.
Yeah.
Second time. I was sat in the house with me other half at the time, and it came on the news. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, he's already dead.
How can he die again? And the people that were in the house were like, what are you on about? So I was like, look, watch the news. They're like, he didn't die yet. Well, you'd have thought. But if you look on these forums and websites and all, there's millions and millions of people across the world that remember him dying in the 80s.
Yeah.
But there's probably about the same amount that don't remember him dying in the 80s.
Yeah.
That believe he died in like 2015 or 14 or whatever year it was. So, what is it? Just put is a false memory on much bigger, wider, greater scale in branding. Our number one goal is to create an emotional attachment to a product or service so people remember it. After all, no one ever bought a product or service they was unaware of. I don't really get what she means on that.
You see, I vaguely remember him dying in the 80s. But I've done that with a lot of people. You know, when they announce that somebody's died, I usually go, I thought they were dead already.
I remember it happened with Ken Dodd about 10 years on the run.
Yeah.
It just, I know that. I had to keep Googling it.
Yeah, just to make sure.
But
every now and again, they put false death reports out. I know they do that, but that's only a recent thing. These are things that are going back for years.
See, but that's wiki for you. I don't use that. The only time I used it, I went on there, I changed facts about a famous person and come off it again. Because you can go on and edit anything about anyone.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
So use it because it's just a load of crap. But with I said I had this conversation today about it, or explain what the Mandela effect was. I remember 100% he died whilst in prison in the 1980s. Yet when he died the second time, should we say, he wasn't in prison. He was a president. Was he a president? Prime Minister? President?
President, I think, yeah.
He was a leader, and that's when he died. He died at home. So I know, I would bet everything I have that the memory I've got of him dying in the 80s is 100% proof.
Yeah.
Can't prove it because now none of the information exists.
Yeah. Right, Joe's put the Mandela effect is an unusual phenomenon where a large group of people remember something differently than how it occurred. Yeah. Conspiracy theorists believe this is proof of an alternate universe, while many doctors use it as an illustration of how imperfect memory can be sometimes.
But how can everyone remember the same facts of the same person the same day and half of these people have never met?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the ones about the Kit Kat had the hyphen in between. I had a Kit Kat the other day, there's no hyphen. Now, is that just rebranding? Is that just rebranding? Like a lot of companies do, just do a couple of little bit of alterations.
Yeah.
And keep it going. But then there's some stuff where it was not what they're saying it is now, but when you go look for it, that thing doesn't exist.
No, it don't.
So is that a shift in dimension, meaning that the dimension has crossed over and the previous dimension you are no longer in or doesn't exist?
Yeah, we've
Or
shifted.
we've shifted over one or shifted back one. So what was our original one, we're now not in. Whether it still exists or not, I don't know, because I'm not that clued up on dimensions. I know bits. But so if it does shift over, some things will change, some things will stay the same. The way I described today, you ever watch The Flash?
No.
With Barry Allen? Well, there's multiverse. There's all the same characters, same people, but in each dimension or each universe, they're slightly different. So it'll still be the same person, the same name, but they'll be doing something different, or they'll drive a different car.
Right,
Or they're the person they're married to, they don't even know that person, married to someone completely different. But they're still that same, you are that same person. So I'm Andy Booth, but in different dimensions, I do different things.
Yeah. You've got different interests.
Yeah. So if one of them crosses over, and say, I don't know how dimensions work, but say it overlays another one, them two could intertwine, or if it just goes over and then clears the previous one, is that why that thing now no longer exists?
It's a possibility.
It was there, but if another dimension's took over, clearly it's erased all that data, and you've got only what you've got now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know if you was going to switch dimension, would you?
Or would you? I don't know, really. That'd be worth thinking about. I don't know.
I've been thinking about it for the last 3 days and I've still no answers.
Can't get your head around it?
No. See, everything what I just said is just my theory, my take on it. It's what I think is a possibility.
Yeah.
Not saying it's right, but who's to say it's wrong?
When I was coming up with my list of Mandela effects, there was the one with the Monopoly, the man in the Monopoly game.
Yeah, I see.
Did he have a monocle or not? But people were saying that was probably. Yeah, well, I thought people are being confused with something else. Can't remember what other character it is. Oh, no, I can't remember what character it is. But there is another character that looks like him that does have a monocle.
The Pringle Man.
Pringle Man.
Is it?
No, it isn't. No, it's not Pringles. It's something else.
Because I used to play Monopoly back in the 70s and 80s. My mum and dad and that. And I've always remember him having a monocle.
I do. But apparently never has.
Joe's put, well, he Joe's put Matrix, so could it be a glitch in the Matrix?
I think it could.
Yeah.
Alternate dimension.
Do you want to do some of yours? Do you want to do some of your things? And then I'll come in with that, what we was talking about before.
Right, my first one is Silence of the Lambs, the film. Apparently Hannibal Lecter never says, hello, Clarice. As a greeting, he actually just says, good morning. Well, I remember him saying, hello, Clarice. Because the way he says it makes you...
There's loads of memes about it. It's hello, Clarice. Like that.
Yeah.
Proper creepy.
Yeah, well, that's what got you in the because we went to see that. The picture's me in the other half, and it was like, that was the bit that got your spine tingling, the way he knew her name. The first time he met her.
Me and my mate, we used to send memes constantly of different things, but we'd say hello Clarice at the bottom. Yeah, all the time. That's how busy he was in work.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. And then I also remember, moving on to the next one, when the bloke stood in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square, I remember it running over him. Yeah. And it never did.
It did. It killed it.
It was forcibly removed from the tank.
It was a 15-year-old student. Don't know his name. Yeah, and he was just stood, and they give the command to move forward.
Yeah.
And it did it, and the live stream cut as it happened.
Yeah. I remember watching
I
it.
didn't know what was in that. I remember watching that because I was like, so glad I don't live in China.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was a
But he was
communist country.
possibly removed.
Well, I knew it was a
Yeah.
communist country. I didn't realise how bad it actually was until all that
Yeah.
kicked off.
Yeah.
I think I must have been in my 20s when that happened.
I can't remember how old I was. Oh, 1989 it was.
What, Tiananmen Square?
Yep, during the protests in 1989.
I thought it was later than that. I was 15, 16.
And the next one, I remember because I remember thinking she's got a soulmate. The next one is Dolly and Jaws in James Bond Moonraker. Jaws with the metal mouth meets another girl with ponytails called Dolly, and he smiles at her, and she looks up at him and she smiles back. She's got braces on her teeth.
And
She's
they
never
end up
had braces
together.
on her teeth. Yeah.
It runs off of her at the end. She did, because he smiled even bigger when he seen the braces.
But that doesn't exist. And I remember that as clear as day because that's what made me think, they've got something in common.
Yeah. And
you explained to me
James Bond movie.
No, what?
Definitely. I used to watch all the James Bond movies.
Yeah, I love James Bond.
Especially all the Sean Connery and Roger Moore ones. They're the better ones. Just quickly going back to what Rick said. So do you think that in an alternate universe, Mandela died and it somehow bled into ours?
Possibly,
See, that's possible because that happens with DNA. I was saying this a few weeks ago about crows. They can pass information over without ever meeting each other.
Through the genes.
I can't remember what it's actually called. And I tried looking for it, but because I can't remember the term for it, I don't know what I'm looking for. It's something to do with something
Genetic
DNA.
memory?
It's to do with traveling memory from one place to it's like remote viewing, but in animals.
Right.
They just have a way of doing it, and crows are one of the most intelligent animals on the planet. People don't realise, and one crow can tell another crow 4,000 miles away, don't go near him, he'll try and kick you, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if that crow ever sees that person, they get an image of that person in their head.
Like
so if they ever see him, I can't remember what the term is. It's bugging me because I've not been able to remember for weeks. So if it's been a similar sort of thing and it has bled into ours, that's why it already happened. And then, but not. It might have not happened to everyone. Like you said, there are people that don't remember him down in the 80s.
I vaguely do.
I do, because it's during the end of he's trying to get rid of the apartheid and all that, and that's why he was in prison, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then obviously it all come to an end, and he ended up getting released, and everyone voted for him to be president.
Yeah.
And then he was out in 15, 20 years, or however long it was. But I remember
him being released from prison.
Yeah. But then I remember watching Nelly. Not that Nelly, he's Mrs. Nelly.
Yeah,
Nelly Mandela. Winnie. What about? Because it says Nelly Kelly there. Sorry. Winnie. Going to the prison crying.
Yeah.
So I honestly have no idea.
So I mean, I'm aware.
So you broke up then?
No, I said, am I working down my list?
Yeah, you can do. I'll just throw the odd finger here and there.
So the next one is everybody that remembers E.T. saying E.T. phone home, but apparently he never said that. He actually said E.T. home phone. Now I remember phone home.
I do. I went to cinema watching that. and I must have watched that movie about 100 times.
Yeah. Yeah, E.T.
No,
phone home.
definitely. It's genetic memory. That's it,
Yeah.
Joe. Thank you.
That's what I said earlier. I'm sure I did.
I don't know. I don't think you did. I might have
I did.
ignored you.
Watch it. Yeah, you will have done. You normally do. Got
Yeah, I
used to
remember
it.
E.T. phone home. He's like that
Yeah.
pointing. There's a little red
With his
light in the
little
end.
finger.
There was a little LED and
Yeah. The next one was one we talked about on phone the other day about Harry Houdini. People remember him drowning as a result of an illusion gone wrong. He in hospital as a result of peritonitis caused by a ruptured appendix when somebody punched him in the stomach. But I remember him
after
drowning.
doing it.
I don't remember
he
him
used to
drowning.
go round. No, you weren't there.
No, it was too before my time, but I remember reading about him drowning.
Well, I listened to like the podcast and all that about how he actually died. I remember learning at school that he was in a barrel, either on or near Niagara Falls. Obviously, had the straight jacket on and the chains. He rolled down the barrel, and he never made it out, and they never found his body. That's what I was told. Yeah. Then it's only the last 12 months or so, listening to all these, he used to go around out in all these fake clairvoyants and all that.
Yeah, he did.
So he'd go, all these doctors with all these potions and that, he'd go around and say, like, full of crap, blah, blah, blah. And he'd prove them all wrong.
Yeah.
And he was good at, like, working out, like, how they do mind control and what have you. But apparently, when he was a bit of a brawl in a bar or something, and they punched him, he got punched a couple of times.
He was testing strength. He was testing the strength of his stomach muscles, and he asked somebody to punch him.
That was it.
Now, whether he wasn't ready or the bloke punched him a lot harder than he expected.
Yeah. They did a couple of punches. He went, no, harder. And the one that I can remember was he wasn't ready. So they've hit him and they've gone and they've ruptured his
He's not 10
appendix.
stone.
He didn't know. He started feeling sick and what have you, and like losing appetite and all that, and then getting dead weak. He went to the doctors. And was it like something like septicemia or something had set in?
Yeah. Peritonitis caused by a ruptured appendix. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, in them days, there was not a lot they could do. There's no life-saving.
Not really.
Excuse me, no life-saving performances they could do on him.
No.
Oh, Mother Teresa, Station, Sainthood. Time differences when it did happen. Many believed it happened way before.
Yeah.
So when she became a saint, wasn't that because wasn't she like 98 or 101 or something around the 100 mark when she died?
Yeah.
She's about 101, 102. Am I thinking the Queen Mum?
I think some people remember her being made a saint before she died, and other people remember her being sainted after she died, like posthumously.
I thought it was after. But then
I thought it was
also thought they could only make you a saint after you've died.
No, I think they can still do it while you're alive. It doesn't get done very often because nobody warrants it, I think. But obviously, not being that into religion, I'm not sure.
Yeah, isn't she the last person to have been made a saint?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's not many knocking about, is there, really?
No. And I think, obviously, the ones that we think of now as saints, like St. Nicholas and St. Bernard, and they were all many, many years ago, so we won't know if they've got it.
Yeah, like King Arthur of Knights of the Round Table, like Sir Lancelot and all them.
Yeah.
No, you have to have passed away, Nellie's put. That's what I thought.
Right. No, I thought you could.
No, I thought it was right on that, but I didn't want to argue.
It's not really my subject, to be honest.
I remember doing a bit about it in history.
Right.
I think you have to be canonised before death.
No. think he can be before death.
I'm guessing canonised is being made a saint.
Yeah.
Because
maybe it's like an honour for what you've done in your life. She did loads of stuff, didn't she, Mother Teresa?
You know what? I've just thought to like crap. Deb.
What?
I said Saint Lancelot. It's Sir Lancelot.
Yeah, I'm going to say, Sir Lancelot. I ignored it as usual. So I was just typing out Sir Lancelot then. Honestly.
I don't know what I meant. Ignore me. Yeah, like St. Nicholas and St.
Bernard, like I said.
Yeah. Not the Knights of the Round Table. They're sirs. I'm never drinking again.
No, don't. Just leave it. It's a bad habit. Right, my next one then.
Go on.
Right, we've done Blue Ribbon.
Who?
Blue Ribbon. This Nestle biscuit is remembered as being called Blue Ribbon when in fact it is Blue Riband. I always remember it as Blue, and I remember when I read it was Blue Ribbon, but apparently not. It's Blue Riband.
They used to go in my lunchbox when I used to have sandwiches at school.
Yep, mine too. Yeah. And I knew it was ribbon because my mum used to put ribbons in my hair, and I associated the two, the name and the having ribbons in my hair.
Yeah, not chocolate bars.
No, chocolate bars in my hair, though that would have been quite nice.
Unless it was sunny, and then it'd just be...
Oh, yeah. Nice. The next one, moving on. Da Vinci's Vitruvian Man. People remember him having, you know, the one that won Vitruvian Man, the bloke that stood with his arms and his legs out.
Christ.
Yeah, it was
Evolution. Yeah, it was on South Bank show.
Yeah, that's it.
He stood there, there's two of them, and there's a circle.
Yeah. Well, people remember him having 6 arms and 6 legs, which I do. And in fact, he's depicted with 4 arms and 4 legs. But I remember him having 6 arms and 6 legs.
I remember him 2 arms and 4 legs.
2 arms and...
So his arms are out, he's on hold.
Yeah, but they come down in stages, don't they? I can't do that because I'm not... When I'm doing that, I'm just waggling...
Do that, so it's like that, but not inverted.
I remember 6 anyway.
I remember 4 legs.
No, 6.
So there were 6, 2 arms and 4 legs.
No, I remember 6 of each because it filled the circle.
Right. Maybe 4 arms, but definitely not 6.
You see, Nelly remembers him as Blue Riband, where I remember him as Blue Ribbon.
Same as me. I remember Blue Ribbon because I weren't that keen on him.
I've just bought some. I bought some along with some Tunnocks caramel wafers.
Oh.
How can I smell fumes?
I still ate them, but I wouldn't not eat them.
No, but they weren't your favourite.
No, I chose Mars bar or something.
Oh, I don't like Mars bars. Right. I remember this one. Kurt Cobain. In a well-known image, Kurt Cobain, Nirvana.
All right. Yeah.
Is pictured wearing a huge pink fluffy jacket. There is absolutely no record of this image existing, yet die-hard fans remember it clearly, and I remember it. But you can't find an image of it.
Wasn't a Nirvana fan. So
love Nirvana.
I had no idea. All I remember was the album with the baby underwater.
Yeah.
Or was that a single?
Never mind.
Smells Like Teen Spirit, whatever it was.
Yeah.
That's the most famous album cover, or one of them ever.
Yeah. But I remember it. I remember seeing an image of him with the pink jacket on, like a bomber jacket, but it was pink fur.
Oh, right, okay.
It doesn't exist
the big
at all.
furry
type
jacket. I don't recall it, either of them. With or without it.
Right, my next one is the sun. Who remembers up until recently the sun being a yellow ball in the sky? Apparently it's never been yellow, it's always been white. When I was a kid, it was yellow.
Sometimes it's orange.
Yeah, it is, yeah. That's usually when it's setting, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm on the bike normally.
Oh, in the morning, because I get up that early.
Before the sun's up.
Yeah, well, not now. But because I drive east going towards work, so I drive towards the sunrise. So I see it, and it looks like Bernie's face, but bigger and more ball-like. And it's bright orange. Who says it's white?
You look up in the sky now and it's white. During the day, it's white. I mentioned that a couple of years ago, I think it was. I'm like, when did the sun stop being yellow? I always remember it as being yellow in the sky.
Maybe it's burning out quicker than they think.
Maybe. It's supposed to implode in however many thousand years.
Maybe it's the one that NASA have invented, and they've swapped it because ours has burnt out.
Maybe.
I told you about that, didn't I? That NASA has got a patent to replicate the sun.
Yeah, you did, because I said to you, what's the point? And how would they do it?
If they've got the technology, they wouldn't tell us, though, would they?
No.
That'd be beyond top secret. They ain't ever going to tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they own the patent to make a new sun, apparently.
Yeah, that's just weird. Nellie's right. It could be pollution, actually, yeah.
Could be.
Think about everything that's floating about in the atmosphere.
It's been quite hazy, especially down here for the last, it's been raining for the last 2 weeks, but it was a bit sunny today. I was in Cambridge and Peterborough, and I didn't look at the sun. I just wanted to get round and get home and pick my car up.
Well, start your long weekend. Right. Yeah. My next one is Etch-a-Sketch. Who remembers Etch-a-Sketch with hyphens between each word? I do.
But yes. Yeah, we had this conversation the other day. Because I used to try and steal my cousin's because I didn't have one. Yeah. I remember it being at the bottom.
Yeah. Etch-a-Sketch.
Hyphen A sketch.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's never existed. The hyphens have never existed. Not in our time, anyway. My next one, I've got about 3 more after this. That's it.
That's fine.
C-3PO out of Star Wars. He isn't all gold. The bottom part of his right leg is silver. Well, I've never noticed that.
Originally, he was all gold, but then I think it was Empire Strikes Back, the second original movie, because all that crap with the middle three and all that, just don't bother with. Don't talk to me. You got Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
So Empire Strikes Back, when him and R2-D2 get thrown in with all these scrap bits and bobs and they get dropped out into that big sand thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I think he loses his leg and they replace it with another one. They just find anyone. But I think originally he was all gold.
I'm going to say, because they're saying he's never been all gold. He's always had this half silver leg. His right leg's half silver.
They were looking for body parts, him and R2.
Right. Well, I vaguely remember that, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, excuse me. Snow White mirror on the wall is actually magic mirror on the wall.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
Mirror, but I've always heard it as mirror. Magic and mirror, you can't get the two words mixed up.
No.
And I've always heard it as mirror.
So, yeah. They begin with the letter M, but that's as close as you're going to get.
Yeah.
Even in a different accent, you wouldn't get.
You wouldn't get mixed.
Magic.
Yeah. Mirage. Magic mirror.
It's not even close.
No, it ain't. Right, my next one. The US states. There are 50 US states, not 52 like we all thought. I've always thought there were 52.
I used to, but then I found out that 2 of them are proper states.
Yeah.
I think, is Hawaii one of them?
I thought they added Hawaii as a state, or did they take it off? I'm sure they added that.
Because if you look on the flag, there's 50 stars. 50 stars and 28 stripes.
Yeah.
Is it 28? Don't know.
I can't remember.
But yeah, there's only 50 states. But everyone was led to believe. In the 80s and 90s, it's only like the last few years that I've found out there's only 50.
Yeah.
But in the 80s and 90s, it was always 52. When we was doing stuff
I've
at
always been
school,
told 52.
like history and all
But
that, because we did about Vietnam and everything.
Yeah.
We did all about the American Civil War, and it was 52 states.
I suppose
but then
it's not really a Mandela effect, is it, if they've been taking them off and putting them back on again, or whatever they've been doing.
Yeah.
My last one.
Did it himself.
The what? Sorry.
Yeah. Unless Mandela did it himself.
Yeah. Well, you don't know, do you? The last one is the location of New Zealand. New Zealand is located right by Australia, but which side? Many would argue that it's located on the northeast from Australia, but in fact it's southeast. Now, I always thought it was above.
See, I always thought it was below, southeast.
Yeah, you see.
Maps. And I've always thought it was like 5 o'clock from Australia.
Yeah. No, I always thought it was the other way. It's very fascinating when you start delving into it all. Yeah, that's
I'm just what Joe's just put on.
Yeah, that's the other one that I was looking at as well. We are the champions, where he says of the world, but he never says of the world.
Yeah, we are no time for losers because we are the champions.
But you can clearly hear him say of the world. But anyway, these are just... We come up again with more questions than answers with these sort of things.
Well, that's it. Same again, I had this conversation before. For every question you have, you might get one answer, but you get another 10 questions.
Yeah.
So, right. So my thing on take on all this now. Do you or any people commenting and watching think that deja vu has any connection to the Mandela effect? So when you have deja vu and you remember this conversation that you're going to be having, it's like, oh my God, I've just had this, but you've not.
Yeah.
Is that Mandela effect? Is that a dimension crossover that you've had on somewhere else, a different version of you, and then it's been sent to you, thinking that you had that experience, but really you didn't?
Yeah. I don't know. That's a tricky one to answer, that. I've had deja vu a couple of times with conversations, but once with a dream that I had. But that could have been classed as a premonition. I saw this road with these, like an avenue with trees and doors, and I was looking for my friend's house in this dream. And there were no cars on this road, and there was a bright red door, and I knew that was her house. And I went and knocked on the door for her, and then I woke up. And then the first time me and my mum went over to Grimsby on the train, the crossing came down as we went through. We crossed this road, and I'd already told my mum about the dream and exactly. Yeah. And I went, that's the road. And I was only, 9 or 10. I went, that's the road, and it was the identical road, even down to the bright red door.
But have you ever had deja vu? Sorry, I'm just going to ask you. Have you ever had deja vu when you've been awake?
Yeah.
Right, so my strongest experience of deja vu, I used to do St John's Ambulance back in the day. So I would do it, I think it was whatever night it was in the week, go for a couple of hours. So we sat there, there's like about 10 of us, and we was explaining about diabetics, that if you find unconscious, the breath smells of pears. But my question is, well, what if you fell over and they're choking on a pear drop and you think they're diabetic? Right?
Is that,
But as I'm having this conversation, it's like I knew what the next question was going to be. I knew who was going to stand up and ask something. And I went, oh, funny. Like, it went all like dreamscape. I felt like I was going to pass out. Felt sick. I just just felt like it was what's going on sort of thing.
Yeah.
It just pressed me head up. That's the worst I've ever had it. I was probably 13, maybe 14. So it was a while ago. I have had it since, but not on that scale.
I have with conversations that, like, I'll be having a conversation, it'll suddenly click in, and I think, I've had this conversation before, I know exactly what they're going to say.
Yeah. Well, that's what
I
this
don't
one
get
was
like,
like.
really know.
Yeah, that's what this one was like, but it lasted for about a minute and a half. And it was like I'd watched this same TV show over and over, and
Yeah.
I was in it, but I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So, but then I've had
That's
one where
fun.
it's just been like, "Hiya, Deb, you all right?" It's like, "Oh, that's just happened with what I'm wearing, what you're wearing, and what's going on in the environment around me." Excuse me, really bad hiccup. I need to stop drinking. And this still
Saying
is
that, but you
killing me. Well, after last week, I should never drink again.
God, no. No, you want to knock it on the
Did you
head.
see the video? Do you see the video on Facebook? Sorry.
I saw the video of the hula hooping.
There's another one wearing a Peaky Blinders cap, doing the hula or knocking shots back.
Oh, no. I do shots. That's me with my head down toilet all night.
Well, I was on vodka, then I was having shots of amaretto and Disarama and all
that. Oh, nice, yeah.
No.
Swirling round in a call together, competing with each other.
No, it's just me. We're even competing. It's just me doing it. Yeah. So anyway.
Right, go on. What's the next one then?
So that was it. That was my question about deja vu, having a connection to Mandela effect or that type of happening.
Phenomenon.
Yeah. But then it's like you said, when you've had it in a dream, then you woke up and it's like, oh my God, and you know where it is and all
That's
that.
more like a premonition to me, though, I think.
Yeah. But I've had that, and I've had it where I'll have the same dream. I'll dream it, then a few weeks later I'll dream the same bit again. And it's like, then I'll remember it again.
Dream.
Hey?
I've had recurring dreams.
Yeah. But then I'll go to sleep and I'll start having the dream, and it's like, yes, I'm having this dream again. It's like a story, and I want to find out, but I'll get to a certain point,
and then cuts off.
And I never get to where I want to be. It always ends on the same bit, even though the outcome of what goes on from beginning to that point is different. Because it's like, I've done that before. I know where to go. It's like a computer game, and then you get to the point, and then it cuts off, and I wake up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nolly. Oh, didn't feel well the next day. I got up at 3:20 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I know. All day. What's up with it? And he messaged me and went, "Oh, just got up."
I was absolutely wrecked. I went to bed about 1 o'clock in the morning. Just dropped on the bed, fully dressed, couldn't move. Nothing.
Out like a light.
Yeah. George just put, I've gone to places. Oh, 1 second.
I've never been and known your way about,
Yeah. I did that. That wasn't so long ago. And it's like I was walking around, and I can't remember if it was with Becky or what have you. It wasn't that long. And I was walking about. It's like, oh yeah, we need to go this way. She's like, I thought you haven't been here before. I've not. Why do you know your way around? I've got a good sense of direction. I don't know how I knew. I just knew. I don't know.
I can do that if I get lost somewhere. I automatically know what direction I need to be going in.
Yeah.
It's not like an inner. It's like an inner compass, really.
Yeah. There's something. There's a knack to it. I think it's an ability you either have or you don't.
Yeah.
Have you dreamt it and then within weeks? Yeah.
What? Sorry.
No, but have you dreamt it and then within weeks it's happened in reality?
Yeah.
Now, is that deja vu? Or is that deja vu? Is that a premonition? Is it a vision?
Premonition.
Or is it all pretty much the same thing?
No, I think it's premonition. Deja vu is when you remember it happening before. Premonition is when you see and you see it in real life.
What does deja vu actually mean? I know it's French.
Joe will tell us probably.
Echo. What does deja vu mean?
Is it something like seen before?
It's usually defined as the illusion of having previously experienced something actually being encountered for the first time. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for
the illusion of having previously experienced something actually being encountered for the first time.
Right.
So you've experienced something that is only just happening now. It didn't actually tell me what the words meant.
No, I think it's something like it has been seen before or something.
Yeah. Don't know. It didn't give me a good example. Echo, what do the words deja vu translate to in English?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, the French phrase déjà vu translates
already
to
seen
in English.
Already, yeah, seen before, same sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, translates to already seen. No, shut down.
Yeah, shut up.
It's good though, for like when we do stuff like this and I haven't got time to type it.
Yeah.
I talked to an old lady and asked her where a place was. She said that's gone since war, reincarnation. So there must be some kind of connection to all this time shift.
Yeah. I don't know how it works though.
No. If we knew how it worked, we wouldn't be sat here now, tell you.
No, debating it.
Yeah.
I know that people can have time slips. Like, I once remember listening to a story about a family that had gone on holiday and they stopped at this little B&B in France. And they had like old-fashioned but home-cooked food. And then they went back the following year and said, oh, we'll stop over there again. And there was absolutely nothing there where they'd been.
Yeah, completely gone. It was
like,
and it hadn't been there for years.
Yeah. But it was as real, you know.
That is one thing I would love to experience is time slip. Out of everything I've encountered, and I'm really interested in that things that proper fascinate me, and there's a lot. I think a time slip is the one thing that I'd love to experience.
I don't know, because I'd be frightened that I won't be able to come back.
No. And be able to come back. Not a time slip and you never see it again. No, that'd be pants.
I remember either reading or watching something on YouTube and a bloke had a half an hour's drive from work to get home. Same route every day, getting stuck in the same traffic. And he started off, he got stuck in the traffic, and then all of a sudden he was on another road and he was driving and it was desert, complete desert, and then this black shape appeared at the side of him. And he pulled over because he was just seeing the same, you know, like on Scooby-Doo when they're running through the house and you see the same things going past. He was getting the same scenery. And he saw this like a shack with an old bloke stood outside. And he pulled over, it was getting dark. He pulled over and he said, look, I don't know where. And he said, so this bloke had said something to him like, that thing's following you, and I'd get back in the car and keep driving. And when you see such and such a fork in the road, take it. Yeah. And he'd been on this road for hours, and he found this fork in the road, and it took him back to the place where he'd gone off the road originally. But that was like some sort of time shift, where he'd been taken off that road, put onto this one. But for what purpose, I don't know. But he said this black thing had eyes. The eyes were boring into the car, but he couldn't. It was just a shape. He couldn't tell what it was. It was just a shape. Quite scary.
Right. Yeah. I remember hearing in America, these girls who's out in a car was either going or coming back from a party. So they're driving down this tarmac road, and then all of a sudden, it's like white chalky. And they're in the middle of nowhere, like middle of the desert and that. They can't remember. They just followed the road, and the road changed to this... like I said, white chalk thing.
Yeah, I
and
think I've heard that.
you've seen this. It's like a roadside bar, cafe, like truck stop
Diner.
sort of thing. Yeah, that's it. That was easy to say, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's the one.
As he got there, there's like they noticed that there's people outside in that, and they were human looking. There's about 7 feet plus tall, and as he got a bit nearer, they started like beeping and waving, and that's when they realised that was it. They started beeping and waving to ask him to come over. That was when they realised that they weren't human looking.
Yes.
So they turned the car around and they jumped in these cars, and there's like egg-shaped cars on pram wheels.
Yes.
So the old silver
Cross
pram, like a 1920s upside down pram thing. And there was in them, and they started checking, and they was making a funny humming noise, not like a car engine, like a whirring noise. Like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to embarrass myself anymore tonight.
No, don't do that.
It's like a whirring humming noise, and it started chasing them, but they wasn't gaining them, but they wasn't losing distance. Anyway, he started following them back, and they ended up going down this track, and then the road started going back to tarmac. And then when they stopped, when they got like nearer to the town, they turned around and there's no one there.
Yeah.
And then that was on. Sure, that was one off Paranormal Roundtable. But I've heard it a couple of different places.
Yeah, I think I've heard it read as a story on YouTube.
Right. Could have been. It is.
Because I remember it freaked me out.
That story's on the internet, because I thought that's proper freaky, just driving along. And all of a sudden, you're in a different land and you don't recognise anyone. Like the guy from, I can't remember the name place. He goes to the airport and they stop him because he's from
Talmud.
Who?
Is it Talmud?
Yeah, and where he's showing the people on the map where he's from, it's like Japan. But it's not called Japan, it's called this other place. So they put him in this room because they're like, look, nothing makes sense. You've got a stamp where you're from. They hold him in there. They go back like an hour, 2 hours later. They go in, secured room, and he's gone. It's like he never existed. They check the CCTV or whatever it was then, and nothing on there either.
Yeah.
Either.
That's right. But he argued that even his passport was stamped with all these, because he'd made trip after trip, hadn't he?
Yeah, he was business. He's 50s, 60s or something, and his business class. Just jumping on to what Rick said, I don't believe the soul dies. I think it moves on. So you go into another body, you host another body, and this is what we were saying the other week. But I'm sure I've still not looked it up, so don't moan at me. You have 7 goes on Earth, and then you move on to the next. And I don't know why I put 7 there.
Because we were saying, weren't we, so you learn your lessons.
Yeah. And you learn everything you need to know before you move on to the next stage of your
ascension
journey. Yeah.
Ascension. I like that word.
That's what it means. So I'll start using it out of context and get funny looks.
Yeah, like you normally do.
At least it's not a made-up word. At least it's not a made-up word. I've not done any of them.
You're quite good at that.
I know.
I've started writing a dictionary for you.
Yeah. Northampton Dictionary. Manchester Northampton Dictionary, we'll call it.
No, it's the Booth Dictionary.
Yeah. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to swear.
All right.
But your soul is immortal, which I believe it is.
Yeah. We're a ball of energy inside a host. Yeah. We can't not just fizzle out.
But everything, even inanimate objects, are made up of energy. Everything. Just made up all particles and just molecules of whatever. So, your outer body, your shell, it's like when you get in your car.
Yeah.
You're the soul for your car. You're the one that makes it move and turn left, turn right. You start it, you put the lights on, you feed it. So you fill it up with fuel, that's the food, exhaust, that's where all the shit comes out.
Yeah.
So that's just how the body is. So when your car dies, if you can't get it fixed, you go and get a new one.
You're still there. Yeah.
Or you go and get a new one. I believe that's how your soul works.
Yeah.
Or not works, but how it interacts.
It's relatable.
Yeah. I think that's the easiest way I can explain it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we do jump from host to host. Yeah.
Because there's also people that remember past lives and stuff. Like we were about the other week, where kids say they've been shot and they've got a birthmark where they're pointing to, or
or they go, I remember that. There used to be this there, and Mr. Jones used to have the pictures, and what are you even talking about? Possessed child?
Yeah.
Isn't it? Like proper freak.
That woman that I worked with that I was on about, where she said ever since her grandson could crawl about, he kept looking up chimneys. And she kept saying it's fascination with chimneys. And then when he could talk, he was going on about when he was a scuffler. And when they actually researched it, as with the kids that chimneys. How would a kid know that as soon as he could talk? There's just there's something. Right. So with you there. Yeah, that makes sense, Rick. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. The thing is, though, it's like no one really knows what goes on. We all have our own ideas and theories and speculations and that. But it's like, say, some stuff, we'll change our opinion on it day after day. I don't just mean like paranormal stuff. I mean everyday stuff.
Yeah, I agree. What you think 1 minute, you hear something else and you think,
yeah, same rules apply.
Yeah.
Don't even ask me about Bigfoot or dog, man. I ain't got a clue anymore.
Yeah. Don't know what they are, but they're there.
Yeah.
I just thought of something then. I've forgotten what it was. I'm doing your trick now.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's me. I can't keep a thought in my head. I'm too excited about tomorrow. That's what it is.
I could get up there, but I won't be there till about 7 o'clock at night. And I reckon
we'll have all gone by then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the BBR meet up at Roundy Park in Leeds tomorrow, if anybody's interested. I think we're meeting at 2 o'clock. We'll be there 2 or 3 hours, I think. Just any like-minded people that want to come and join the little circle, have a chat, have a
You're not doing an investigation.
I think some people are going off to have a look at because there's a folly there, and there's been a devil dog photographed there.
Oh, okay.
If I can find the article about it, I'll put it on the group, our group. A couple were taking photographs of the folly. There's this dog that just appears that wasn't there when they took the picture. But there's been quite a few things seen up at Roundy Park because there's a big lake. Well, there's 2 lakes, but the biggest lake, Waterloo Lake. I remember in this
that there, didn't they? That's how big it is. Music festivals and what have you. Is it Leeds Festival in Roundy Park? I know Radio 1
I think so.
did a big one there one year when Chris Mills used to do it. But
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's been there. Madonna, Bruce Springsteen. They've all performed there.
Yeah, it's a big, big place, isn't it?
Yeah, but the lake, Waterloo Lake, when I was a kid, there was an article in the paper saying that 2 lads that had been fishing had seen a woman's hand come up out of the middle of the lake and then go back down. So there were frogmen in there and all sorts, trying to find, thinking that a woman had drowned. There was nothing there.
I thought you meant frogman.
Yeah, frogman, not a frogman. I meant like a diver.
No, got excited then.
A police diver.
Yeah.
There's probably frogs in there. There's loads of fish.
Yeah, Party in the Park.
Yeah, Party. Yeah.
T4 used to do it, didn't they? Yeah.
And unfortunately, Jimmy Savile had a flat that overlooked the park.
I bet he did.
I've seen him in cafe down there a few times.
Yeah.
Used to make me cringe.
I used to deliver to Stoke Mandeville. It's only down the road from here. It's in Aylesbury.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's in Stoke Mandeville, but it comes under Aylesbury. And first time I went, they had a big, massive 10-foot picture of him behind the reception. That soon vanished.
I bet it did, yeah. If only they'd have known.
I'll tell you something after off air. Just from Jimmy Savile.
All right.
Yeah. Not dodgy.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it, it's legit, but I can't share it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'd love to, but it's just can't do it.
Oh, that's a shame, Nelly. I hope you get better soon.
Yeah. Oh, you're going there tomorrow.
Yes.
I might try and convince someone to come on an investigation with me tomorrow night.
Yeah. I don't think Mark's up for it this week, but
I think he's back in Bolton, isn't he? I've had the all clear from the other half that I'm allowed to play out.
But you've nobody to play out with.
I'd go on my own,
but
I'd probably get
Richard. You can't. You're not. No, that's one of the rules. You're not allowed to go on your own.
Before it got dark. It doesn't go dark here till about 10:30, 11:15.
Yeah, but then you want a bit of dark.
No, if I'm on my own, no. I'm happy in daylight.
Well, things can happen in the daylight as much as they can in darkness anyway.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yes, it did work as a partner at the LGI. I remember that as well.
Oh, what? Lead general
Yeah. I worked with a woman who'd been a matron on one of the wards, and she said he never used to do anything other than go around all the beds shaking people's hands, telling everybody who he was, and stinking of sweat and cigars.
Nice.
Yeah.
When he was at Stoke Mandeville, he had the key to every single room, every ward, every residential bit, the lot. That's all in the
Same
papers.
Whoever thought giving him a bunch of keys to Broadmoor were a good idea? I've no idea.
That was messed up. I know that
flat Broadmoor and one at Rampton.
He had, I know his actual, where he lived, he had a flat in Kensington opposite Kew Gardens.
Yeah.
Where William and Kate live. It's like that area.
Yeah. He was no, I can't go there. Spoke to him once.
Did you? Well, I sent him a letter on Jim Uffit.
Yeah. I think everybody did, didn't they?
I'm so glad I never got a reply to that.
Who can you imagine? No, I worked in a residential home next to Pudsey Park, and it was doing it for charity. And we wheeled some of the old ladies out, and we sat them next to the wall so they could look, because the wall was quite low. And he came over and asked if all four of us fancied a bunk up, which at the time we just sort of laughed because we didn't know what he was like. But we just sort of laughed it off. And all old days we're thinking it were wonderful. And then it's only when you think back that reminded me. She went, do you remember when he said that to us? I'm like, oh my God, I've forgotten about that. Yeah. Anyway, that's off topic, isn't it?
Harold Chipman, just quickly. The doctor from Hyde.
Yeah.
I know people that used to go to his surgery.
Yeah.
And they reckon he killed over 300 people in total.
Yep.
It's like when I used to deliver around the area, and I remember I had the delivery right opposite the courts where he was, and it was a day of when they was finding out. It's his sentencing day. Couldn't get down. There's a little street. I was delivering to one of the shops. There's more press, and media than I've ever seen in my life. In this one little bit of 50 length of road.
Yeah.
Could not believe it.
It was an innocuous little man, wasn't he? You know, you wouldn't have had him down as some sort of doctor of death, but he clearly was.
Yeah, absolute. It's money, wasn't it? He's getting them to change the worlds and all that.
Yeah.
And he was pocketing everything that they were giving out, and
Yeah.
he was euthanizing everyone.
Yeah. What a way to go.
Yeah. Wow. And then he was he hung himself. Oh, did he? But
well, we'll probably find that out in 5 years when he does it again.
Yeah, the Shipman effect.
We'll be like, I'm sure he did that in the 90s.
Yeah. Right, anyway, back to topic, Deborah.
Yes. That's you, not me. I'm blaming you.
That's right, I'm just reading the comments as well. About residual memories and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
interesting. That's
what crows have. So they pass their memories on to like the next generation, so on and so on.
Monkeys do it as well.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh.
Monkeys.
Who's Dr. What?
Dr.
Richard, just listen.
Hey up, Rich. Doctor, I can't even pronounce that, Rick. What's that all about? Kervokian. Who's Dr. Kervokian then? Please enlighten us. I like to learn about new people. I think I'm pronouncing it right anyway.
I thought it was Nokichov.
Nokichov? God.
That's down in Salisbury, yeah.
Oh, Novichok.
That's it.
Yeah. That name does ring a bell. Kervokian.
Dr. Kervokian.
That name does ring a bell, but I can't think what about.
You
come across these names.
No, I've never even have no relation to that whatsoever.
No, there's something about it.
No. Yeah. Nothing.
Sorry, he was an American who did. Oh, right. He was an American who did euthanasia in a camper van in the USA. It's all a bit dodgy.
Sorry for laughing. What the hell? Well,
randomly park up and start people off.
Had a sandwich board outside. Come and get you $10. Yeah. Forget all your worries.
Yeah. I'll end them for you. It's a bit of a money earner, isn't it?
I've never heard that. God, I must have wiped that from your memory. That was too freaky.
Oh, yeah, Rich is going to go with you. I think he's put, okay, no problem. I'm just going to...
He did it for terminally ill, not financial gain. Yeah, it's Switzerland that it's legal. Is it Switzerland?
Euthanasia is legal in Switzerland, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only place you
people
can
from
go.
Europe are over there. But I think you have to pay for the privilege.
Oh, yeah, it's not cheap, apparently.
No.
Because I remember it was on Panorama some years ago, and even back then it was like $2,000.
Yeah. I think you've got to be really determined, and I think, to be honest, I think in some circumstances it should be allowed. If you know that your life is not going to improve if you've got an illness.
Terminally ill.
Yeah.
And you're not getting better by the day, then it should be your choice. It should.
Yeah, there's no cure for what you've got. We do it for animals. Why can't we do it for people? But then you get the argument that you could be just bumping everybody off. Oh, my grandma's not feeling so well. We'll have a bump like that.
Yeah. Well, Zach Baggins has got his death fan in his museum. And he also got Robert the Doll and a few other bits and pieces. And
we don't know.
Rick's put, what will you be looking for tomorrow? What will you be looking for?
Anything that pops up?
Unusual. Don't really want to meet like the Hat Man or a Dog Man or anything like that. Maybe 10-minute time slip.
Alternate universe.
Fairies, gnomes, little people.
Little rabbits that run up to you while stroking.
Portal to the Hollow Earth.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
we need to do one on Hollow Earth. I'm obsessed with that. That's
the next
pure welfare. That's
next
my big in.
Then.
That and Mothman or Flying Humanoids are my two main things. Portal,
right, well, that's
Portal
the next topic then.
Fussy, aren't you? Not really, no. Just very particular.
Yes, it's very particular.
Yeah.
I'm interested in everything.
I am interested in everything, but there's just when you're into all this kind of stuff anyway, you have your
favourites.
You all have a bucket list. Yeah, there's pretty much everything on that bucket list. Some of them have been ticked, a lot of them haven't.
Yeah,
but it's like I really want to see a gnome, a pixie, an elf, a fairy, a portal, anything to convince me it's real and it exists. Because I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I've never experienced it, and until I do, you're always going to be a bit on the fence, aren't you? Or I am.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know though, because I'm open-minded now. After the stuff I've seen, I'm open-minded now. So
yeah, see, I'm open-minded, but I would love for everything to be real.
Yeah.
But I know some things aren't going to be real. And I think I'm going to feel a little bit let down to find out some of them don't really exist. Yeah,
but then you just turn around and accept that they don't then, don't you? I suppose, sadly, you would have to accept that they didn't.
Oh, yeah. Just clicked on that.
Nellie's just said them bucket.
Then Andy.
Oh, Erwin's oh God, he's brilliant. Erwin Saunders.
So, just had a Mandela effect. Then Andy, it heard something other than what?
She heard something other than bucket list. You've got a bucket list. God.
Hey?
What?
Say that again. I didn't.
Erwin Saunders. Are we on about?
No, about the bucket list. I'm very confused.
Nellie thought you said something other than bucket list.
Oh, beginning with F.
Yes. I thought you'd already got that.
Yeah, I did, but I wasn't sure. It went all glitchy when you said it, so. No, I do believe flying. Rick's just put. Yeah. Flying humanoids are real, I promise you. No, I believe they are. I've seen I think it was a pterodactyl, like the pictures that was put on the other day.
Yeah.
And that photo that I put on, and that is what I've seen. Even though it was at night, I'm still going to use the phrase clear as day. It couldn't have been anything else. It was definitely some type of what the Americans call a thunderbird, or a prehistoric flying reptile.
Yeah, but humanoids are different to that, though, aren't they? Humanoids are flying humans.
But yeah, and the tail that gets me because it's like a lion's tail. It had that little diamondy ball bit at the end.
Yeah.
So I'd love to see a flying humanoid. That is what I'd like to see tomorrow.
A flying humanoid. Richard, have you seen Erwin Saunders' videos?
The Boxing Man of the UK. I take it's a P-take.
I love him. You're going to have to watch him from the beginning. I mean, they're only some of them are only like 20 minutes long, some are 10 minutes long, but he is brilliant.
Yeah. Is he a comedian sort of thing?
No, he's just like he's got a big beard and a hat. And he's like glasses on, and he's just really gentle soul that goes out walking and he's looking for pixies and then he's filming them. But it's brilliant, Andy. You'd love it.
Right. Rick, send me the link on WhatsApp, please, mate, if you don't mind. Oh, this stool. Oh my God. I've lowered it, right? So I'm using the
I'm
bed
getting
as a
you
bed.
in that stool now.
Oh, I'm going to throw it through the window. I've got cramp in my calves and back of my knees. I can't feel my body from the waist down that way.
You've only got another 15 minutes, Andy, don't worry.
I know, it's fine. And then I can go and lie down on the living room floor and get wrecked. I know, I can't.
This is what you get for being a bloody tenner off the internet, innit?
And it was only around the corner.
No, there you
the
go.
best bit was, this is going to make me sound a really horrible person. The kids in as I was buying it off their mother.
The kids what?
We're crying. Please don't take it. We love it. I'm like, I'll give you some money for it. Oh, please don't take it. And the mum was like, you two, this is true, right? And they go on like that. I'm like, look, I'll give you some money for it. And when I've finished with it, I'll bring it back. No, we don't want you to take it. There's a boy and a girl, probably about 5 and 7.
Oh.
And I felt a bit bad. For a moment, I felt a bit bad. I thought, bollocks to this. I need you still. She's 10 off. She dragged the kids
She's
off.
primed them. She's primed them kids to make it out like it's a really good stool and that they don't want to sell it. That's what she's done, so you buy it.
Or pay more money for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with Rick there. Rick's just put Irwin's sightings are real encounters. People have said they're photoshopped, but when you look at them, they can't be. They can't be. I agree with Rick there that they're real encounters. But you'd love it, Andy. I'll have to link.
Yeah,
I've got his. Yeah.
It's only because as soon as I shut this down tonight, I'll forget everything I've said.
Yeah, I know.
No. Didn't make the child cry. I think the child was already crying when I got there.
Yeah, because his mother pinched him.
I just amplified the technique they was using.
Yeah. His mother nipped him before you turned up at the door.
Kicked him in his shins.
We want rid of this crap stool. Just make out you don't want to get rid of it.
They probably did. Bad it is round here.
Should have promised him a bag of Skittles for that.
They got a tenner.
Yeah, they would have seen that.
Oh, they didn't, no. Because I think I went to give it the kid and the mum stuck her arm out and grabbed it.
Snatched it, yeah. That's my beer money there.
It ain't getting it.
Oh, dear. Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, so...
The fishbone's still bothering.
Yeah. Can we do next week Hollow Earth?
Yes.
I've got a few theories on that. And I have said about them before. I can't remember if it was on air.
Well, don't say it now because we'll have nothing to talk about next week.
I think I mentioned it to Deb on BBR. I can't remember who I spoke to. And there's only Deb that I've ever done interviews with. I've not done any with anyone else. Got one with the doctor tomorrow.
Bloody chiropractor.
Oh, I've got osteoarthritis as it is. Not needing anything else.
I know. It's shocking, isn't it?
Right. I do think they are real because, like all cryptids, they seem to choose a specific researcher to show themselves to. Yeah, I believe that. They won't show themselves to just anybody. They pick certain people for certain reasons.
Yeah, I agree.
You must know how they must have some kind of knowledge or way of seeing what your mindset is like.
Yeah.
Or unless they've been following you for years, researching you.
Yeah. I mean, some of it's hysterical, like when he's sat with his little Nerf gun waiting to shoot because they've shot him with a little arrow in the neck. And he gets his own back and he's sat, these people come past and they say, "What are you doing?" I'm just sitting here and he's wagging this gun about. Hey?
Is this legit?
Yeah, but it's there's funny bits in with it, but he don't think he don't come across as thinking it's funny, but he is. It's brilliant. It's a lovely watch. I love them. He's just put a new one out, and there's a pixie carrying some like yellow gorse off or something. And you could just see this yellow gorse moving across this moorland.
Really?
He's trying to catch up with him.
So what's his name?
When he's Erwin Saunders.
Let me put it on here now.
Erwin.
Because I'll forget to do it.
I'm sure it's Erwin Saunders.
Yeah.
But you've got to watch them right from his first ones because they're brilliant, especially when the fairies captivate him and he's like pieces off his head. Yeah.
Gee, he's got 180,000 followers.
Yeah. He's really what
We've got 7.
You haven't got a beard, Andy. Then you don't look like a little gnome.
Too tall to be a gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the little people are real.
Yeah.
It's things like mermaids. I'd love them to be real, but I'm not 100%.
There is supposed evidence out there, like film footage and what have you, but it's not clear enough to definitely say.
But then people say, "Oh, it's photoshopped or it's edited. It's like CGI." Don't know.
You could have a picture of a Bigfoot sat having a cup of tea, and somebody would say, like it's faked or photoshopped.
I watched one about a Bigfoot. This guy he was out. I can't remember what he was doing. He wasn't out filming Bigfoot, and then he just seen it between the trees. Oh no, yeah, he's got a new drone. He's flying it over, and he's seen 2. The footage on it is so clear. You can clearly see if it's a bloke in a suit or something like that. He's about 10 foot tall. And there's 2 of them, and you can see him going through the trees. Really, really clear.
Yeah,
and it's like that is the best footage I've seen yet of any Bigfoot.
I haven't seen
that. I can't even tell you the channel because I subscribe to that many.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but he has a younger lad, a friend called Tom, who sometimes goes out and helps him with the filming and stuff. And
not called Tom, is he?
No, he's normal size. More often than not, when they go out, he doesn't seem to get a lot of evidence when Tom.
Yeah, right.
He gets more evidence when he's out filming himself.
But they say when you're out investigating, for each additional person that goes with you, you lessen your chances by 20%.
Yeah. Yeah, big groups don't tend to get as much evidence.
Because if you think about it this way, I was explaining it to either Richard or Ryan or someone, I can't remember who, and it's like, so you're out on your own. If there's another cryptid there, they're going to be easier to get about without you seeing them. There's only one pair of eyes.
Yeah.
If there's 2 of you there, or 3, or 4, or 10, there's more chance of them not moving because there's 10 pairs of eyes. There's more chance of one of them clocking you than there is one. So
I agree with that. Yeah.
They're going to be less active the more people are about, unless there's hundreds of them. Which I don't think there's ever been a sighting of hundreds of cryptids in one place.
No, I don't think so.
3 or 4, 5, maybe, but not more than that. Even with these pixie and owl sightings, it's only ever been 1, maybe 2.
Yeah.
So, but they reckon like pixies and owls and all that are local to the UK, don't they?
Yeah.
Because it's to do with the
Ireland
magic
as well.
Yeah. Well, it's the Celtic, isn't it? So it's Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, really.
Yeah.
A lot of it was over in Scandinavia.
Yeah.
Oh, you froze them because a lot of when the Saxons come over, the Anglo-Saxons and all that, and
where do trolls originate from?
Well, you've seen the movie Troll Hunter. I think that's Norway.
No.
either Norway or Sweden. It's subtitled.
Yeah.
I think it's Norway.
Right.
I'm sure that's over that way. But a lot of them, like Scandinavian, descended to Scotland, Wales, and Ireland.
Yeah.
Because if you listen to how they talk, like Scandinavians, when they're speaking in English, it has a very Irish and Welsh twang to it, a lot of them.
Yeah, it does a bit, yeah.
So there's got to be a connection there. Sorry, I'm just reading the comments as well.
Yeah.
Change on my phone.
Rich is right. He's a humble and charming man.
Yeah.
He's lovely. He's just lovely to watch.
Yeah, I'll have a look in a bit. I want to believe in Irwin as a dollar man, but with his art and his filming, I bet he's amazing at editing and videos software. I want to be wrong there.
Yeah.
Cryptid's real.
Cryptids are real selective about showing themselves.
Won't see a dogman at Cannock. Trolls come from the Scandinavians. Yeah. So it is. It's like Norway, Sweden, Finland,
Switzerland.
No, that's a bit more south, isn't it?
Is it? I don't know because I'm crap at geography. But yes, Scandinavians.
Norway, Finland, Sweden, around there. Because I didn't know this. We went a few years ago. When she went to Sweden, it's made up of loads of little islands, and they're all bridged together. So the amount of bridges that they drove over, it's just like one after the other after the other.
Well, that's Troll City in itself, isn't it?
Oh yeah, especially if they live under bridges.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I remember being scared of trolls when I was a kid. You know, like. Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what the story was.
Billy Goat's Gruff.
Billy Goat's Gruff, yeah.
Use that clip clopping over my brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's that's not a kid's tale.
I know. Well, none of them were really.
Like no.
None of them were they?
We talking about this on one of the streams about kids' stories and nursery rhymes like Hansel and Gretel and Little Red Riding Hood.
They're all filled with horror.
Yeah, I'm just going to eat you. I'll bet you, Gran, I'm going to eat you. Two kids walking through a forest. Yeah, coming in here, there's loads of sweets, but I'm going to stick you in the oven and
roast you up. That'd be lovely.
Roast you alive and then eat you.
Yeah.
Okay. You get red.
And then the wonder why kids are disturbed.
Oh no. Right, I'm just checking out the light, how the time it's light. So I go out tomorrow night. It's 9:30. It's still light. It's really overcast. So I reckon about 10 o'clock we'll lose our lighting.
So do you know where you're going tomorrow? Or are you just going to pick somewhere?
3 places. I'm going to phone Richard after with him. Is that all right, Rick? And then we'll sort out go from there.
After you've told me about Jimmy Savile.
Say again?
I said after you've told me about Jimmy Savile.
Yeah. Pagan, Celts, Viking, Giants mostly.
Nephilim, yeah.
Nephilim. I couldn't see that then. Oh.
You need to clean your glasses.
I'll be cleaning them. Take them off now. Can't see a thing.
Me too. I've just had my eyes tested. I've got to go get some new glasses.
Have you?
I don't wear them for reading. I wear them for distance. But things are getting a little bit fuzzy when I'm looking out.
Yeah, I've got my reading glasses. Yeah. But then I can't see like the TV when I've got them on, so I can't be bothered keep swapping and changing. Just leave these on and sit back a little bit and I can see it then.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah. Right. The Trolls that are in Troll Hunter is a good movie. They're like giant trolls. And that's another thing. People believe that mountains are where giants have laid to rest. I don't know if you've heard that theory before.
Yeah.
You have?
Yes.
All right. It's froze, so I don't know what you said. Yeah, I only heard it last year.
All right.
I didn't know anything about it till then.
Yeah, I've heard about that before.
Never thought about
Especially up in Scotland. I know there's a few giants Scotland.
Yeah, well, this is what we're saying about mounds and that.
Mm.
I've driven past a few ancient burial grounds this last week.
Yeah.
But there's that many of them. There's one in Olney, near where Mark lives.
Oh, yeah.
It's called Green Mound or something. Hey, Kev's on.
Kevin!
He just texted me and he can't find the link. I meant to send it in before. Sorry, mate. Yeah, mounds. A lot of mounds, I reckon, are burial sites for giants.
Yeah.
So, the one way to find out is digging them up, but you're not allowed.
No,
I don't think aren't they?
Very good idea. Especially if you've been watching Skinwalker Ranch about digging areas up. That's not good.
No. Well, even when these people do refurbs on old houses and that,
yeah,
the stuff that it releases, it's just not worth it.
No, it's not. Not at all.
So,
you're asking for trouble.
Yes. I was going to say, yeah, so I don't know where we're going yet. I think I'm just going to record it while we're out there, do a bit of filming. Yeah. I'm not going to edit it as such. I'm just going to put the music on it, the intro and the outro, a bit of text on there, and that'll probably be all here by Monday, Tuesday at the latest.
Yeah.
So I don't know what plans I've got for the weekend. She's not told me everything yet.
No, you see, just keeping it back to surprise you.
Well, we had none because I didn't have a car. Now I've got the car. She's probably writing a list down.
You should be downstairs. Get you in a scribbling.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah,
we're doing this.
Joke. Yeah.
I'm going for a picnic on the motorbike on Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I did want to go somewhere Sunday, but I said we're both off Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
So I might go for a drive, but take me rig with me.
Yeah.
She won't know till we get there, unless she's watching this now or someone tells her. So,
she would have said.
Yeah, no one say anything.
Don't tell her.
Well, the thing is, when we went on that investigation 2 weeks ago and the car broke down, I just tanked it up, so I've still got a full tank of fuel. Like shot 500 pounds in it.
Bonus.
I said today, went to Jiffy tonight, I went, this fuel's lasted a long time, hasn't it? It's not been 2 weeks. Idiot.
Very economical.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm going to go somewhere close around here, because I know I've got to pick her up and drop her off. Yeah. So it's going to be a late one. Well, not around here, but between where I live and where Rich lives.
Yeah.
But got Clop Hill Church.
Yes.
That's the one back to front. And that isn't far from Bowbrickhill Woods. But it's not called Bowbrickhill Woods, it's called Woburn Woods. Because you've got Woburn Golf Course in there, and that's where you've got... Yeah. I was chatting to Richard about it yesterday. You've got the redwood and pine trees in there. Yes. A lot of people go mountain biking and that. It dips down and up. So you're driving to Woburn, you got Church Road, and it's a proper steep road like that. Yeah, you can't... You got to... In the car, first gear, you won't get out at first, maybe second. But as you get to the top, private house, it like levels out a bit. But there's loads of parking along the side.
Right.
All the way down. And you've got the golf course. It's probably a quarter of a mile down on the right-hand side. There's not many houses, but you can go into the woods. And you're talking like some of these trees. You know that tree in the cemetery that is like probably 14 foot circumference?
Yeah. Oh, that was massive,
Yeah, but they're like 200 foot in the air.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we all know what eats pine cones, don't we?
No, yes, we do. What eats pine cones?
Bigfoot, don't they?
Do squirrels eat pine cones as well?
Yeah, not dogmen. No.
Night, Paul. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, cheers, Paul. I was going to say, it's gone, completely gone. Yeah, a lot of these well, cryptids apparently eat pine cones. It's a good food source for them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, nutritional.
Because they're not, like I said, this isn't far. So if we do go up to where I just said, that's not far from Bowbrickle. So I might just have a drive through there. If we park Rick's car up and we jump in mine and we just drive through slow, he can do some filming or so. Because I know he got a new camera last week before. So he probably wants to try it out.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. I'm looking forward to that now.
We'll get some footage. I'm going to put some straight onto YouTube because I know not everyone's uses Facebook. I'm going to do the same, put some on Facebook because I know a lot of people don't have YouTube.
Yeah.
So do a bit of both, I think. Give me something to do over the weekend.
Yeah.
So I think that's it. Have you got anything to add?
No, I think that's it. We've covered what we were going to cover and had a little chat about everything else. It's been a good night.
Yeah. Yep. Enjoyed it.
Yes.
Let me back.
Yeah. You'll have to get off your buffet in a minute.
I'm sat on the bed now. I've given up.
Oh, have you? I'll be taking that buffet back to that woman tomorrow.
Yeah, give it back to your screaming kids.
And have 20 quid back to the damage. Yeah.
They weren't being sold. They're crying in pain because they're back good.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could say on because of the back pain. And you whipped it off them.
Oh, yeah. Shh,
thank you all for watching anyway.
Thank you, everyone. Been a good night tonight. It's actually
nice to see
quite
you.
Yeah. A couple of extras.
Quite what?
I don't know, I forgot what I said. It's been a good night. We need to get the ones that are watching that are being quiet. We'd love you to interact a little bit more, even if you just say hello. You don't have to join in the conversation. You can just sit there and listen, but just say hello, and that's it. I was like that when I first started coming on these. It's like I'll just sit there. I did that for about 6 weeks, but then just thought,
just watching.
Just say hello, and then everyone else says hello, and it's just a good community. That's one of the good things about doing all this.
Yeah,
so just say hi. That's it. So, hello, Joe.
Hello. And with that, we're off.
Yeah. Oh, goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Right. Cheers, everyone, for joining in. Richard, give me 10 minutes and I'll give you a call and we'll start out tomorrow. So, thank you all for watching. And I'll be doing next week. Is it going to be Thursday?
Yes.
Just before we go.
Yes.
It is definitely Thursday. Right.
Thursday after 7.
Next week, 7:30.
Yes.
Yeah, we're doing it a bit earlier, aren't we?
Yeah.
So Thursday at 7:30. It's going to be Thursdays, and it's not always going to be every week. Sometimes it's going to be fun. Can you speak? I can't speak, Deb.
It's sometimes going to be fortnightly, I think is what Andy was trying to say.
Just can't talk today.
I know, you've borrowed them teeth off Mr. Ed again.
Oh, God, I don't know. Anyway, so it's not going to be every week. Sometimes it's going to be every other week. It just depends. Just keep you on your toes, really, and mess your heads up a little bit more.
Yeah. That's what's about.
Why not? Yeah. Bit of Mandela effect on you all. What are you on about? I said to me.
Yeah. You were on every week.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Can't even talk. Yeah. Cheers for coming on, Kev. Sorry, I forgot to say, with me picking the car up after work, just not stopped till about, I sat down for my dinner about 7:15. So, yeah. Cheers, Rick. Joe, Nelly, Richard, Paul, Kev. Deborah.
Me.
Andy. So, right. Take care, everyone. See you all next
Good
week.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Not quite. Bye.
Bye.